Hey, all my crafty friends. We are here for my December daily album. We are on day 4, trying to get these spreads done. I don't know if, I actually know that this one, never mind, okay. Trying to get this day done so that we can get a couple days caught up and not be so far behind. I'm about to be more than a week behind. Actually, I am, I think, the 3rd to the 11th. That's like right at a week, I think, right? Anyways. So day 4, we are on the back of course, day 3, duh. Where we had a tag and a full page photo. I think this is our first spread without a full page photo. Yay for me. My thing is not lining up well. Okay. So yeah, we are on the back of this. This was a pretty mundane day for us. It just, like, I mean, we had a lot going on, but it wasn't Christmas stuff. It was we had a fundraiser, we had basketball practice, and I probably worked a lot. I probably edited a ton, I believe. So it just was that kind of day. But my little guy, like I said, did have a fundraiser in which they do this fundraiser pretty much every year. It's one that they kind of love. They go to a restaurant called Culver's, which probably a lot of you have, and they get to deliver food to people and collect tips and all that kind of stuff for their baseball team. So it's like they get like proceeds and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, so yeah, so that is what we're doing here. Hey, I am coming back to you with another short tutorial. I have been asked a few times about doing a foil quill tutorial. So that's what we're gonna do today. I need to clean off my desk before I start this. But you'll see what I'm doing here. I'm going to have, these are the wreaths from the main kit. And as you can see, these are foiled on these little snowflakes. And then I didn't pick the foiled ones, but these little black dots will be foiled. So I have already done, for my prep work, I had already printed these big ones, these 2 big ones out and foiled them, which is why I'm trying to use them today. But it's this 3rd one right here that I have not, and I resized it, so I cannot use my file from the last one. Because once I foil something, I do save the file just in case I need to use it again. Okay, so as I'm in Photoshop and working through my pages, this is pretty much like how I put together all of my pages. I do need to find what the title of my page is going to be. That is going to go over here. We are working on the back of a full page photo. So this was a night that my son had a fundraiser and with his baseball team. And so that was pretty much what our night was. Nothing big. But that is the story of today. So this is a scrap lift off of Heather. I'll have to look up her name. I will put it in the comments below, all that good stuff. But she did a full spread of an 8x10 on 2 sides of like something like this, and it was pretty cool. So I decided to cut it down and do a 7x8. But anyways, so what I did is when I brought this wreath into here, yeah, so I brought this wreath into here. I sized it down so it was this big, this 5, I think it's like 5.5 by 5.5 almost. Sized it down to this. So what we are going to do to get it into silhouette is we're going to go over here. We're going to click on this one, and then we're going to go up to quick export as a PNG. And that way we can open it in silhouette. We are just going to resave it as a copy so that we're not resaving the regular image. We're saving it as a copy, and that we can open it up in silhouette. So let's head over there. Okay, so here we are in Silhouette. We are going to go over here, open, and here is the PNG. It actually even cut it off. I didn't think that it would cut that off, but it even cut off that side, so we don't even have to print all of that out. So what we are going to do is we are going to move it into here. I am going to have the Silhouette cut and foil this, so I will leave the outside of this alone. And this way it's literally going to match up with right the edge of my photo. So we're going to leave the yeah, we're going to leave the red alone for a minute, but we are going to actually turn the red into blue because we're going to want to cut it second. Um, and you can do it two ways. Some people won't even cut this the first time. So you can do it red or blue or nothing at all. So you can also just, to make it simpler, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to, oh, oops, wrong one. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get rid of the red line, mainly because I don't want uh, I don't want it to use that red line. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. Okay, so all the black means that's where it's going to get foiled because we're going to go over here to our trace button, trace area. And we are going to trace this whole thing. So we're going to select the whole thing. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm like, that didn't happen last time. Okay. So normally I'm going this way because we want to like, this is what you would do if you wanted to cut the outline of it. You want the whole outline. But for this image, you are actually going to take this threshold down as far as you can go down with keeping those black ones in there. So even you can see little teeny tiny speckles, we are going to try and get those out of there. And that is looking pretty good. Let's go in. Yeah, that's looking fabulous. I don't see any little ones. So that is the only spots. These yellow lines, we're going to trace the outer edge of these. So now you can see it's put little red circles everywhere on this, and that is perfect. So now we're going to click on those red little circles. It's going to highlight all of them. I do want to make sure, yep, I did get them all. Okay. And then we're going to go over here to the sketch little button on the panel, pretty much. So this is the sketch panel. I am working in a pretty old Silhouette Studio Business Edition too, so things maybe will look different. I refuse to upgrade my Silhouette. I know some of you that have like the Cameo fours. I don't even know what's out there anymore. Is there a five? Might see something a little bit different. But four is the one that has worked absolutely best for me. Everything past that is a glitch, and I'm working on a portrait and a Cameo 3. So I keep the older version. So I will tell you that. So now here is where you do kind of have to go through and pick which one is best. My two that are usually best are this one or this one. Sometimes you won't even see it. Sometimes you will. And then you want to take this all the way down. So you see how that worked? You want to take it all the way down so that most of those areas are filled in. So you see like all of these scratch lines. The Silhouette is going to go through and foil all those little lines. So, and you want it to look the best it can. So yeah, so I think, yeah, that's not even working. I think that will work fine. Most of the time I do this pattern and it looks fine. And it works great. So, all right, we're going to back out of this. So there's that. We are going to, actually, we're going to back all the way out of this. Since we are printing and cutting, if you're not cutting, you do not have to do this step. You can go about your own way. We are cutting this image though, so we do need to turn on our registration marks and get that. I always up my registration marks just because my machines, like I've just mentioned, are getting old. And they just struggle sometimes with reading registration marks and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes, not all of the time. So what you would do from here is you're going to go print this, and then I will take you from here. You will print this, put it on your mat, heat up your foil quill. I always let my foil quill heat up for several minutes, and then put your foil down. But I'm going to send you all to my desk for that here in a minute. But you will just go in here and send. Okay, so see, it's still wanting that yellow line or that red line. I don't know why, because I have taken that off. We're gonna just X that out again. Huh. Okay, we're gonna go here. Oh, okay, get rid of it. I don't know why my machine was doing that. Must be because I'm on simple. Anyways, you do need to go to line anyways, so don't worry about that. You need to go to line, and then what you are going to do is you are going to go over here and change that to sketch. That means it's going to sketch things. It's not cutting it. Obviously, you're changing your blade anyways, but it is sketch. Um, Now, if you are running with a Cameo, you could potentially do this all in one step. I am running a portrait right now, so I am going to have to, once it does sketch, I'm going to have to take my stuff out, reset my blade, and put it back in. I have done it on my Cameo where you can put a blade in and you can put the foil quill in, and it works great. My Cameo is just acting up right now, so she's in timeout. So anyways, so you want to change that to sketch. I am always working on heavy pound paper. I even use this one for vellum. It works. So it just works. It's a great setting. I have to hook up everything up and then we would hit send. So I'm going to get to that part and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are here at my silhouette. Again, I just have the portrait. This is like the portrait 2, I believe, because it is Bluetooth. So I think it's 2. I have a 1. And honestly, when I had a sticker shop, my 1 was my best workhorse ever. So anyways, you will see that I have the foil quill in the blade spot. It is on and warming up. Like I said, I let it warm up for quite a while. Probably at least a good 5 minutes to good warm up and be nice and hot. So then I have my paper all printed out here. Oh, we got some stuff on it. I am about to put the foil over it. For the, yeah, I'm about to put the foil over it. I did move it a little bit, and honestly, I should have moved it away from the registration mark, but I'll just be real careful with my foil choice and all that kind of stuff. So give me 1 second, let me do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have put my foil down pretty side up for this type of work, and then it's pretty close to that registration mark. I might cut a little bit more away from that because I don't need that part of the foil, but have everything closed. Also, make sure that your washi tape isn't over. Now, again, you can get the metal mat, but that is square. It's the full 12 by 12. And sometimes I just feel like the metal mat, the magnets get in the way more, like block my machines more than they help me. So, you know, it's all preference. So these work fine. They do leave a little stick in behind your paper, but because the glue does end up, like your mats do end up sticking. But so I'm gonna load this in. I need a tripod, I believe. Yeah. Here, so we're gonna load that in. My foil quill has been warming up for probably almost 5 minutes. So, you know, 3-4 minutes. Generally, I would like a little bit more. Oh yeah, we're gonna cut that little edge off. I'm just gonna go right here because I do have some image. There we go. That should work. Okay, so we are going to load that in. We're gonna go. All of my stuff just connects through Bluetooth. You can plug it right into your computer also, and sometimes that is best because there is times where it loses connection while it's doing and I have to resend it. So if you can plug it into your machine, that's probably best. But you know what? The newer ones probably don't lose connection as bad. This is old. Okay, so we have it on sketch and we're gonna hit send. It's gonna read all the registration marks. It is all done. We are going to take it out of here, and then
if you're like, I can drop today, I'll drop every day. I'm just not sure why it's being positive.
all right, and it curled up, so that's sad, but there is the foil. Let's see if I can get it. There's the foil. There we go. That's better. Oh, okay. So now I will just load this right back. Oh, I actually need to change my blade. Hold on. As you've seen in the film before this, I did some foiling. So I did foiling before December started on these two. I was really just making sure that like foil quill still worked, and you know, just getting a few things ready. Excuse me, my nose has been running. Anyway, so I did a few on these ones, and today, when you see my tutorial, I did this one to go with it so that we could get this layout done. So yeah, so we're gonna jump. Oh, you know what? I didn't print my pictures. I need to print pictures. Okay, so we're gonna jump into this right after I print some pictures. I didn't finish printing out everything, and I probably had, I know I had space, but that's okay. I can still use it, I think. Anyways, so let me go print my pictures and then we'll get going. It should come together pretty quickly. It's my journaling is already done. So most of this, like most of my pages will all come together. Let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much right there. All come together in Photoshop, and then this one is the big one up top. Oh, I did want to though. Do I want to? You're gonna see too much of it. I was going to take some mica sprays and spray the back of this just to like it so it's not like so starch white, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna make a decision on this part. I mean, I do have several greens going here. This is not as green as this, and this is a different green than this. So, I mean, I don't think that it will matter too much. And then we do need to figure out where a number is going. So maybe here, I'm not sure. We didn't do that. This December right now is actually from the December stories by the month. I seen something and I was like, oh yeah, I need to look into my stories by the month. I haven't used those in so long, guys. I've been so bad at keeping up with this stuff. And I went through and I was like, oh, that will work, because I didn't really like have a title or anything, and this is like right now, like this is kind of what we do in December outside of Christmas stuff. So all right, so it's not going to take me very long to finish this part up. It's really literally just constructing it. So right here, this was a scrap piece of paper. My foil quill was off on this one, and I actually didn't want the black to print underneath the foil, so I reprinted it. So I was just testing the greens. We definitely, I believe, went with the balsam fir. Yeah, I believe that's the one that we went through. I think I show you here in a minute. It was much lighter. That other one was like super green. Oh, I couldn't see it. I might have to pause. I believe I went with the balsam fir. Where is it? Fresh balsam. Sorry, fresh balsam. Anyways, and I just wanted a little bit. There was nothing more. Now, where I messed up, I probably I didn't want it to get on the journaling, but I probably shouldn't have used something that was just like so, I don't know, it just so made a line. I didn't love how it made a line. So you seen me with my paintbrush trying to like spread it around a little bit. That didn't work. Don't do that. You just accept it or you reprint and try again. If I would have known, like, if I would have thought about it, I would have just like not sprayed so close to that and moved it over a little bit. But whatever. Once you put down all of these wreaths, you really are, your eye was not pulling to that line. So I'm using foam tape to prop up just the wreath, not the pictures. The pictures are going down on the paper. The wreaths are being popped up. I like this for just a little bit of dimension. And then I just cut my pictures. I just hacked away at them. I pretty much had, I resized them in Photoshop, so there wasn't too much I had to do, but this one was a little trickier because I had to get the exact placement, but the rest of them went down pretty well. I think I moved this one a little bit. Thank goodness I didn't use my tape runner on the picture like I do on the rest of them on that one, but yeah, this is a fun little event for them. Well, they've done it 2 years in a row now, so yeah, so that is pretty much all that I kind of do on this spread. Like I said, it really does come together quite fast and easy. It is mainly just putting foam tape and then doing a lot outside of this, like the foil quill and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, this page came together pretty quick altogether. I probably could have done this one in almost like a half hour altogether, even doing the foil quilling and all that kind of stuff, if I was not recording and doing all the stuff and probably having to refoil quill it twice. That probably was that's what took me the longest, most likely. So there you go. You see me put a little bit more down. I almost put this down too far over, honestly, guys. That one should have been moved over just a little bit away from the foil, or away from the journaling, but it also distracts you from that harsh paint line, so whatever. It is what it is. Last year he wore his Santa hat and was all Christmassy. This year he didn't. I think he forgot his Santa hat. He also forgot a baseball hat, so we weren't really thinking. We were running from here to basketball. It was a chaotic day a little bit, so whatever. What else? Yes. We almost forget a number. So one thing I did forget while I was doing this is placement of holes. So you're going to see I have a little bit of a rough time because I also it wouldn't have been so bad if I wouldn't have put adhesive right where the holes went, or the foam tape. I had to go through foam tape. If I would have just remembered, don't put foam tape right where the hole is, I would have been perfect. And I would have just, there was a little bit of dimension. It would have been no problem. But because I wasn't even thinking about holes, I put the foam tape right where a hole went. Really. And I only have 2 holes to worry about. I don't have 6 like like regular albums. I only have 2 holes to worry about. And here I go. Oh gosh. So I definitely had to use my crocodile, and even my crocodile did not like going through this. So here I am going like, oh crud. I'm going to have to go through those holes, but we're going to use some score tape. Again, I always use score tape pretty much anytime I'm putting my pages together. I believe it's a lot more strong than regular tape runner. 2, it's way less expensive and you don't go through your tape runner like that. And yeah, 3, it's way less expensive. Like, that's the main part of it, and it's a lot stronger. So, but you don't get very many times. I think I do actually have to end up ripping this up, but that's before. Yep, there we go. That's before. I also do not take off every backing in case something like this happens. I think it went down like way crooked, I think. I don't take off the backing of every single tape because that's when you get into a lot of trouble and you aren't able to pull it back off. So there we go. Went down way better this time. I don't know about anybody else, but like literally I watch Allie in every single one of her pages. I mean, maybe she has like a little bit, of overlap, but honestly, like her pages seem to always like go down perfectly straight. And I have like a good border on a lot of my sides. I don't know why. Like I do know that my other Fiskars cutter is not straight. I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with that thing. I'm about to get a new one because I want one that's a little bit wider. But that thing is not straight. So, all right. So there you've seen me using the crocodile to get those things. And I'm like, oh, wait, I need a number. I did not plan on a number, but I did know in my head what number I wanted. And I was praying that the 4 was in there. And I wanted this white with the gold foil in it, and I just need to get a placement. I've learned to stand up and look down through my camera because sometimes it just doesn't look right in real life for some reason, but here I am, there you go, you just see me stand up, and I'm like, for some reason, I don't know, I stand up and I look through the camera. So, all right, guys, that's day 4 put together. I hope you guys love this tutorial. I know it was a little bit longer, but hopefully it helps. And I will see you in the next one. Definitely put a number 4 in the comments below if you got this far. And like I said, see you in the next one.